Good morning. Welcome. Ed, good to see you, Ed. Marianne. Hi, Marianne. Welcome. Michael, good to see you, Michael. Thank you for joining us. Janice. Hi, Janice. Bob, good to see you. According to Facebook, you got some business going on. That's awesome. Love seeing your posts and all the great things that you are doing in your community regarding real estate. Fantastic. Well, it is time. Deborah, good morning, Deborah. Welcome. And Jim, hi, Jim. Kathy, hi, Kathy. Kathy, good to see you. Steve, thank you for joining us. Anna, hi, Anna. Good morning. Happy Wednesday. Good to be with you guys. Let's see here. I don't need to share my screen. Nope, I don't need to. I just need to hit the record button. There we go. Good morning. This is Eric Lofholm. I want to welcome all of you to our continuous sales improvement daily podcast. Thank you for joining me here this morning. I want to acknowledge you for investing this time so you can become the best version of yourself, investing this time to put you in the best mindset possible so you can have a great day today, Michael. You can go out and you can pursue those goals that you're going after. You can be productive. You can add value in the marketplace. You can maintain a positive mindset. If you're right-handed, take your right hand. If you're left-handed, take your left hand. Pat yourself on the back and tell yourself, great job for being here this morning. Type into the chat, today is a great day. Today is a great day. And I want to piggyback on something I was talking about yesterday. And I haven't really talked about it much, but it's one of my all-time best productivity tips, hacks, whatever you want to call it. And it is the workaround. The workaround. And so I have been stuck lately on my PowerPoint when I'm on Zoom like I am right now, and I'm showing my PowerPoint. And my computer's PowerPoint doesn't like Zoom. And so it would get stuck, like literally get stuck. I was stuck and my PowerPoint got stuck. And I'm like, I need to show some visuals when I'm presenting. So I remembered, oh yeah, there's that software program called Keynote. Keynote is very similar to PowerPoint. And so I was testing it out yesterday, and it looks like my Keynote is going to work with my Zoom just fine. And I'm hoping to test it out tomorrow with all of you guys. I'll put a little Keynote deck together and we'll try it out and see if it doesn't get stuck. Well, here's the beauty of it. I don't then have to go to a computer person that understands how to problem solve PowerPoint and Keynote getting stuck. And maybe it's a common thing, or maybe it's just my computer. I haven't heard anybody else talking about it, and I haven't Googled it yet. But this isn't about PowerPoint and Keynote. This is about a way of thinking. The way of thinking, it's the workaround. Your brain will answer virtually any question you ask it. This is one of the all-time great distinctions of personal development, is you can shift your thinking by asking a different question. See, you can ask yourself the question, how can I create enough money to pay my bills? Or you could say, how could I create enough money to pay my bills and invest $2,000 a month? Or you could say, how can I build wealth? 3 different questions. They're going to produce 3 different answers. So the better you get at when you're trying to solve problems, or you're stuck, or you're in overwhelm, you're feeling these different things and you want to pivot out of it, ask a different question. So one of the all-time great questions is, what's the workaround? What is the workaround? Okay, here's your next idea. This is one of my parts to the secret Eric Lofholm sauce. My secret sauce of how I create results in my life, and it is having a minimum standard of effort. So I think in terms of scale of 1 to 10 in terms of effort. 10 is max effort. 1 is you're not even getting off the couch, right? So I bring the effort 7, 8, 9, or 10 every day. So I call that 7 plus. So have you ever thought about having a minimum standard of effort? That one decision was one of the most important decisions I've ever made in my entire life. So for me, it's like taking a shower or brushing my teeth or whatever my daily habits are. One of my daily habits is I bring the effort 7, 8, 9, or 10 every day. So I want you to think about this from 4 different viewpoints. One viewpoint is you go, okay, Eric, I'm going to have a standard of effort for today, October 5th. I'm bringing a fill in the blank, whatever your number is. Okay. Today, I'm committed to 7 plus. I'm playing 7, 8, 9, or 10 today. I'm going to bring the energy, just like I'm bringing it right now, all day long. I'm going to bring the energy. Okay. 7, 8, 9, or 10. So one way of looking at this is today, because that's all we have is the present moment. Another way of looking at it is to say, you know what? This is my standard for the rest of this week. You know, maybe you haven't been bringing consistent effort, or maybe you've never even thought about it like that. You're just like, well, I got my good days and my not so good days. So my good days, yeah, I'm playing over a 7. My not so good days, I'm not. And so some people, that's how their worldview. Their worldview is, well, I got my good days and my not so good days, and my effort level kind of fluctuates. It's up and down like the stock market. Well, my bad days are 7 because that's my standard. I create myself that way. So you could create yourself and say, okay, I'm going to bring the whatever if you choose to embrace the idea of standard of effort. And just by the way, if you like the idea of you declaring a minimum standard of effort, it's like, I bring this effort every business day. If you like that idea, just type the word yes in the chat. Because I can honestly tell you, there was a day I didn't have that distinction. That's why I was in community college for 5 years and never graduated, when I could have completed the community college in 2 years. And the reason I never graduated is, in part, I lacked focus, I lacked goals, and I lacked a standard of effort. In fact, one semester in my junior college years, I got straight A's. And I had other semesters where I either failed every class or I dropped out. I got it incomplete for not showing up for class. So I was like up and down like the stock market, right? And then one day, and I don't even remember when it was, but something clicked in my brain and said, Eric, 7 plus. And it became a way that I lived my life. All right, so now the next way to look at this is for the quarter. There's 88 days left in the fourth quarter. So you could say, you know what? I'm playing 7 plus the rest of this quarter. And you could make that decision right now. Or you say for all of 2023, next year, man, I'm playing 7 plus. Boom, you can make that decision right now. Or you probably know where I'm going with this one, guys. You could say, you know what? I'm doing this for the rest of my life. Now, there's no magic in 7 plus. That's how I declare it. That's how I create it. Maybe there's a different way that you could create it for yourself. But if I could install this way of thinking into your brain, where it just became a part of how you live your life, it just became a part of how you do life, that's powerful. Because everything starts with action. The key ingredient to everything, guys, is action. Because everything flows out of action. Strategy, well, you have to take the action to create the strategy. So it's all about action. And listen to me, action, guys, is a muscle. right? I go to the gym, I lift the weights. I get on the treadmill and I work on my body, or I do my walking steps, or I do my bands, or whatever I'm doing, right? Well, we're lifting the sales and success weights right now. And one of the things to realize is that action is a skill set. Did you know that? Action's a skill set. See, some people, they declare, I am a procrastinator. And that's their declaration. Well, the problem with that is now you're setting yourself up to look for evidence of you procrastinating. Now, the benefit is you have an alibi, right? Because if you don't take action, it's like, well, how come, if somebody asked you, well, how come you didn't take action? And then you go, don't you know I'm a procrastinator? Okay, well, we don't want that alibi. Forget all the alibis. We want to be responsible. Live a life of no excuses. Live a life of no excuses. I don't want a built-in alibi to justify my lack of action. I don't want that. Okay? Or somebody will say, I am inconsistent. Well, action is a learned skill. I'm living proof of it. I was 5 years in community college. That's the opposite of consistent. I'm now consistent. Consistency is a choice. You get to choose consistency. I was talking with Steve Shaw this morning, and we were talking about, what if you were consistent in your business for the next 10 years? And here's what Steve told me with total certainty. He said, I'd become financially free. And here's what's beautiful. It's his choice. It's right there. He gets to choose it. Just like I choose great fitness between now and the end of this year. It's a choice. Right? I can choose to be inconsistent in my workouts. I can create it and go, yeah, I'm inconsistent. Or I can say, I am consistent. I am a master of action. But you can declare that too. There's a language to success. There's a vocabulary to success. And who decides what comes out of your mouth? When you're describing yourself, if I say to you, tell me about your marriage, and you go, oh, yeah, my marriage is on the rocks. Listen to me. Who described it as that? You created that with your own words. See, you can create it different. You could say, we're coming out of a challenging season, but it's about to become extraordinary, or it is extraordinary, right? We get to decide. The reality is this: you create your reality with your language and how you describe yourself. If you say you're inconsistent, I go, I believe you. If you say I'm consistent, I go, I believe you. If you say you're a master of action, I believe you. If you say I'm a procrastinator, I believe you. But you go, but Eric, I am a procrastinator. That's the problem. Is you're creating yourself as that, and you're living into that story. And the reality is you don't have to, because I'm the guy that went to community college for 5 years. So I created myself as inconsistent. And now I create myself as I'm a master of action. That's a choice. And you have that ability. This is why we're lifting the weights, guys. Because when we come in and we work on our skills, right? I'm planting seeds of greatness, Katie, in your subconscious mind. Because Katie on the call right now, Katie is one of the top experts on vision in the world today. That's who she is. So Katie can own that. And she can say, I'm a master of vision, because she is. Not because she says it, it's because that's what the truth is. From all the years that she's put into her career, and all the studying and all the classes and all the passion and all the energy and everything that she brings in, she is elite. That's who she is. Not because I say so, but because that's the fact of the matter. She is that. All right. So let's go out and produce today, guys, whatever producing is for you. If producing is making sales, then do that. If producing is making prospecting reach outs, do that. If producing is follow up, if it's getting to the gym, if it's doing your walking steps, if it's cooking dinner for your family, if it's getting the kids to school, if it's picking them up, if it's doing homework with your kids, if it's positively leading your family, if it's maintaining a positive mindset, if it's posting on social media, if it's sending text, whatever producing is today, guys, do that. Thank you for joining me. If you got something out of class today, type the word yes to the chat. Michael, have a great day. Katie, you are a master of vision. Ed, have a great day. Hugh, great to see you in class, Hugh. I acknowledge you for all the great work that you do in the world, Hugh. Janice, thank you for being consistent, Janice, and showing up for class. Marianne, great to see you. Jeremy, great to have you. Jim, have a great day. John, thanks for being here. Keith, great to see you in class today. Steve Shaw, master recruiter, master prospector. You are a great leader, Steve. Sissy, thanks for joining me. Dave Austin, I owe you a call, Dave. Dave, thank you for joining me. Deborah, great to have you here. Tim Gallagher. Tim, you are doing amazing things. 25 million over 24 months. Tim, thank you for joining me. Over on Facebook, Janie, thanks for joining me. Grace, have a great day. Toby, great to have you here. Karen Briggs, thanks for joining us. Have a great day, guys. We'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.